Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to my power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, being great example to our young brothers. Peace and blessings to those who elect, Lord willing to be a part of that number. I'm the brother Quadar from the GMS branch of Chicago, coming back to another video. This video is going to be entitled Deuteronomy 28 proves that we, and when I say we, I mean the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites. Okay, so this is a video by the 700 Club. You know, and they're going in and some information. Some of the, a lot of the information they bringing out is true, but they're not pointing out who the true Israelites are. You know, these white Christians, you know, even though they do their best to expose Amalek, you know, but and Amalek is doing their best to proclaim the white Christians as Esau, and there's a back and forth, you know, like the Spider-Man meme. But the truth is, man, both of you guys are Edomites, and both of y'all are going into slavery. All right, and both of y'all are brethren. Okay, and this devil Esau just didn't share that blessing with you. He didn't. Okay, so I want to play this video and bring out some precepts. Okay. And so like in fair use under copyright section 107. Okay, this video is for educational purposes only. Will not be making any financial gain from this video.
As one of the benchmarks for our religious liberty and for asking for God's protection for the nation, he mandated that the freshman class at Yale start learning Hebrew. It wasn't exactly a popular mandate, but he mandated it because he was looking at Scripture and saying there will be a restoration of Israel that's prophesied clearly in Scripture, and we need to pay attention to it. And he wanted to prepare his students for a future where there will be a modern state of Israel. So looking at that, how do you view the current world to it? And he wanted at Scripture and saying that the freshman class at Yale start learning Hebrew. Exactly a popular mandate, but he mandated it because he was looking at Scripture and saying there will be a restoration of Israel as prophesied clearly in the Scripture, and we need to pay attention to it. And he wanted to prepare his students for a future where there will be a modern state of Israel. So looking at that, how do you view the current problems that we're having politically, where it seems to be almost a litmus test in Democrat primaries today, that you declare that Gaza is a genocide, that you declare that Israel is some type of apartheid state? What do you think will happen to our liberty, to our nation, if we turn?
All right. So that was the point I want to bring out, and I'm gonna take that back one more time just so you can really hear what this guy is saying.
Mandate, but he mandated it because he was looking at Scripture and saying there will be a restoration of Israel as prophesied clearly.
All right, and that restoration starts now. Okay, it starts now because the Scripture says there was going to be a falling away first. Okay, and as a matter of fact, I'm on a road, so you know the Spirit gonna do what it do. You're gonna grab some precepts, but I did have some precepts lined up that I wanted to go into because that restoration starts now. Okay, and as a matter of fact, this is Ezekiel 37, because there was prophesied there was going to be a falling away first. Okay, those quote unquote you issues, they didn't have a falling away. They didn't quote unquote forget who they were. They wouldn't put on the slave ships. Okay. Hey, our people, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we've been beat out of our heritage. All right, this is the book of 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. All right, so that falling away. Our people forgot who they were. They're now called, instead of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, all the way down, all right, to Issachar, they're now calling themselves African Americans or Jamaicans, Haitians, Mexicans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, okay, Argentinians, Pan Americans, Our Native American, Seminole Indian, this is what our people are calling themselves. Okay, instead of our true nationality. See, this was beat out of us, man. You know, when you watch the movie Roots, that was some real shit. Beat the name out of them, beat the heritage out of us. Okay. Yeah, all right, it's written we were going to discontinue from our heritage. This is prophecy. This is prophecy, and it proves that we are the Israelites. So a nigga can't say otherwise. All right, Jeremiah. Give me 1 second. Let me park here real quick, man. There we go, really. There's the book of Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. It says, and thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage. Okay? That I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not. Okay? Hey, here we're in the land of our captivity right now. It says, for you have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Hey, here it is, we're in captivity. We forgot our heritage. Okay? There was that falling away, which once again proves that we are the Israelites. Okay? This is the book of Ezekiel 37, and I'm going to get straight to the point. In verse 3, it says, and he said unto me, son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord, Yahweh, thou knowest. Again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahweh. Okay? Thus saith the Lord Yahweh unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. Okay? Hey, so the elect, all right, our people hearing this word, and the elect waking up out of it, out of their slumber, breaking those strongholds being broken. Okay. All right. So the elect is going to hear the words of the prophets. All right. Let me skip down real quick. Ezekiel 37 and 16. It says, I'll start at 13. It says, and ye shall know, start at 12, Salakia. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. Right, that, and it's good to say he that wandereth out of the way of understanding is in the congregation of the dead. All right. Hey, our people, the wicked, they're in their graves right now. They're in that dead state. They're in that heathen-like state. Okay. In that heathen state of mind, it says, ye shall know that I am the Lord when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves, and shall put my spirit in you, my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall you know that I, the Lord, have spoken it and performed it, saith the Lord. Okay. It says, then the word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions, right? So the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Okay. Let me grab that. Let me put that Jeremiah 50 and 33 on hold. Once again, proving that we are the Israelites. Okay, let me just keep that on hold. Okay. It says, then I'll grab Deuteronomy 28 before that. It says, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. Okay. So that one stick. All right. The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom coming together. All right. Being joined by this word. Okay. It says, verse 17, and join them one to another, and to one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. Okay. So that was the point. So now matter of fact, let me grab this Deuteronomy 28 real quick. Just want to just be straight to the point. Deuteronomy 28, because if you read from verse 1 all the way down to verse 14, this is talking about the blessings that would happen upon our people when we obeyed the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay. And then verse 15 all the way down to 68. 15 all the way down to 68 is the curses. Okay. This was that covenant we made with the Lord. Okay. Deuteronomy 28:68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. The Lord it brought us into captivity with ships. All right. Egypt is that house of bondage that the scripture speaks of. Okay. And who was in heavy captivity under the Egyptians, the Israelites. All right, the Most High used Moses to save them. Okay, did all these plagues in Egypt, all the miracles he showed them, Yahweh Shai being before them. Okay, in them chariots, delivering them, guiding them. Okay, it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again, meaning that captivity, with ships. All right, hey, when the Romans took us down, all right, from 66 to 70 AD, all right, hey, our people fled into an extension 73 AD because you got Masada. All right, but our people fled to the mountains, all right, the mountains of the land of Ham, Africa. Okay, and majority of Jake dwelt in West Africa. All right, that's actually where I'm from. All right, where my family is from. Okay, but Jake is all around Africa, but majority of them, the bulk of them, are in West Africa. Okay, so the Southern Kingdom, okay, fled. Southern Kingdom and a small amount of Northern Kingdom fled to the western coast of Africa. Okay. And then after that, you had the heathens, all right, Ishmael, Esau, Ham, all right, partake in that transatlantic slave trade that Amalek funded, that our people suffered under. Okay, that the great migration of sharks, all right, changed since the slave trade because there was so much bodies being dumped, dead bodies being dumped. All right, and where were we being shipped to? All right, to the Americas, the land of the North. All right, the fourth part of the world, as they say. All right, and as they were dropping off the Southern Kingdom to the Americas, they were taking the Northern Kingdom to quote unquote Europe. All right, Western Asia. Okay, that's something they don't tell you. All right. As they were taking Southern Kingdom to South America, North America, all right, to the islands. Northern Kingdom was being taken to, quote unquote, Europe. Okay? So our people were put on these slave ships, man. So what is this nigga saying? Let's go back.
Scripture and saying there will be a restoration of Israel.
Hey, we being restored right now, nigga. All right? Not you fucking devils, man. Hey, the Lord ain't dealing with y'all, man. Look at this nigga, man. Fucking Edomite. It says, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. Hey, as a collective, our people haven't been back at that land. All right, the scriptures say a bastard shall dwell at Ashdod. All right, that's modern day Tel Aviv. Okay, where the Amalekites are dwelling right now. Our people aren't dwelling there. That place has to be burnt down to be built back up. All right, it says, there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you, meaning deliver you. All right, because it was meant for us to come into captivity, and Yahweh Shai will come and deliver us. Okay, the scripture say sold a boy for a harlot. Okay, so Esau sold our people. These heathens sold us. Once again, proving that we're the Israelites. All right, and they beat our heritage out of us. All right, Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh. Hey, because Northern Kingdom was here 500 years before the Southern Kingdom. All right, they left after the Assyrian Empire, the Assyrian captivity. Okay, you can read about that in the book of 2nd Ezra. Jeremiah 50 and 33. But there was a small number of them that was with Southern Kingdom. All right, it says Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah, all right, Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom, were oppressed together. All right, and all that took them captive held them fast. They refused to let them go. Here they were oppressed together. They weren't oppressed together because they, in an ancient world, okay, Southern Kingdom was oppressed under the Babylonians. Northern Kingdom were oppressed under the Assyrians. After the Assyrian captivity, they left to the Americas. All right, Southern Kingdom still had to go through the Persian. All right, the Persian rule, the rule of the Greeks, the Hellenistic era, the rule of the Romans. Okay. Hey, Northern Kingdom was over here in Americas going the fuck off. Southern Kingdom over there still in the east going the fuck off. Okay? And here in America, we are oppressed together. All right? But that, like I said, that restoration starts now with the elect, though. Okay, these niggas gonna get it later. All right, in the kingdom, nutsack Israelites. Jeremiah 16:14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the lands of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. That land in the north is North America. All right, that land in the north, that northern country. Okay, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to deliver us, man. The Lord Yahweh is going to send his son Yahweh Shai to deliver us. And this deliverance is going to be the greatest ever. All right, OAT of all time. Okay. To the point where we're not going to be talking about the great Egyptian deliverance anymore. It's going to be talking about the land of the north deliverance. Okay. So, hey, this is going to be a great deliverance on our people, man. That's that restoration. All right. It says Obadiah 1:15 real quick, because I gotta go. It says, for the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Okay. And these heathens got to fucking pay, because all of them were confederate together, man, against us. Okay. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. All right. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the four elect. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. Shalom, Kwame Sharala, and the Bible Ball.